Ishwaram, as resplendent sun. It's the start of a bright new day. Time to rise, time to shine, Lord divine. Time to lead us along life's way. Awake, Lord of Puttaparthi. Awake, O Lord, over all mankind. Awake, O Lord of compassion, that the world good fortune may find.
पर जो बैंगलोर जारी है, इस पर आपका स्वागत करते हैं। आपके मुख्य मेहमानी कप्तान नारंग है। बैंगलोर तक की दूरी करीब 1 घंटा और 20 मिनटों में पूरी की। for this delay and inconvenience caused to you.
వచ్చారు అమ్మ దర్శన్ చూసి సత్యం చుట్టూ
नमस्सभाभ्य सभापतिभ्यश्च भो नमः। ॐ श्रीगुरुर्नमः हरिः। ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनश्रुण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनं शृणो देवी सरस्वती आजेभिर्वादिनीवती धीनामाभिप्रजावतु गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करमावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ नमो हिरण्यवाहवे हिरण्यवर्णाय हिरण्यरूपाय हिरण्यपतयेऽम्बिकापतये उमापतये पशुपतये नमो नमः। अर्थं सत्यं परं ब्रह्म पुरुषं कृष्णपिङ्गलम् ऊर्ध्वरेणं विरूपाक्षं विश्वरूपाय वै नमो नमः। सर्वो वै रुद्रस्तस्मै रुद्राय नमो अस्तु पुरुषो वै रुद्रस्तन्महो नमो नमः। विश्वं भूतं भुवनं चित्तं बहुधा जातं जायमानं जयतु सर्वोऽस्तेष रुद्रस्तस्मै रुद्राय नमो अस्तु कद्रुद्राय प्रदेशे मेषुस्तमादितुल्यसे गोजेमशन्तभगं हृदे सर्वोऽस्तेष रुद्रस्तस्मै रुद्राय नमो अस्तु। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः।
Dearest Bhagavan, on behalf of all of us who are enabled by His infinite compassion to be present in His divine presence, as well as on behalf of millions of devotees scattered all over the world who are at the present moment praying as well as receiving His presence, I offer the most loyal and sincere homage and adoration at your feet. This day we have, in order to speak to us, Dr. M. Chenna Reddy, a great administrator and statesman who has been the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, a member of the Union Cabinet, and the Governor of Uttar Pradesh and Punjab. And also, more than all this, that which makes him so affectionate for all of us and one of us is that he has been a sincere devotee of Bhagavan for many years. After Dr. Chenna Reddy's address, Dr. V.K. Gokak, the Vice Chancellor of the university here, the Institute of Higher Education, will also be addressing. Then we will have, I pray, the message of Bhagavan. Jai Sai Ram.
Bhagwan Baba pranams at thy lotus feet. It has always been my good fortune to have the privilege and opportunity and also the permission of Bhagwan Baba to frequently visit this great holy pilgrimage of Puttaparthi. In fact, it is for several years that I can recall my good fortune to be blessed by him. But of late, particularly my privilege to be here more frequently. Bhagwan Baba, what a great fortune today that on this auspicious and happy occasion of Maha Shivaratri, we are all here at your feet. There are many temples, well-known lingas and jyotirlingas in our capital, in our state and also outside. And everywhere you have great rejoicing performances, holy and sacred performances. We have over years and over generations developed a kind of faith that when we look at a thing which is immobile, which does not speak, which does not move, but we have this feeling of our devotion as if the linga is our Lord Shiva. However, it is more easy and more simple and more practical for us to have the feeling, because you are a living God, you are a living God, you are an understanding God, you are a blessing God, and you are the God who has the great responsibility taken upon yourself to live as one of us and to guide us and to lead to certain things in life. After all, life has its own values. Maha Shivaratri is not just like any other living being. It is a special favor given to us, so that here it is that we have a capacity to improve our own values, to rise and uprise and attain those very divine and spiritual values, to understand, to discriminate between good and bad, to establish a better human relationship in which we live with each other, and also we become conscious, or try to be more and more conscious of something super, nirakara, something great, something more powerful. Whatever we call, we see in you that great qualities. So as human beings, you lead us to something better, higher values of life. And what is happening around you and all over is something very inspiring. So I feel confident to do so. But we believe here on this day, it was the birth of a great force. And when we look at it, people say about that in this so-called Hinduism, God is about religions. There are so many gods in it. There is Lord Shiva, Lord Krishna, and various others. It is not different forms. The same form we remember and recall and present in different forms. It is the spirit that really matters. We choose this day to remind us of that great event in human history or in the history of the whole human beings. We also try to dedicate ourselves as human beings to something that is greater, to something more significant and meaningful. We all try our own way. We fail, we fall down. But this is the day when we again reinforce faith, reinforce conviction, try to rise. And what a great opportunity it is that on this day we have assembled at the feet of Baba himself, Bhagwan himself. We derive that strength so that we can rise. When we think of this great force, even in this form as it is being described, he is a force. He is often known and generally known as a Poornachandra. He is indeed Bhola, but at the same time he has the third eye also. It is a beautiful and a tremendous combination of sympathy, of righteousness, of being hard and determinedly hard to destroy anything that is bad. And also at the same time be sympathetic, show the sympathy and try to be very innocent and simple and be responsible to the call of the prayers of the Bhaktas. This is a very beautiful combination. In human beings, if we really care to observe, it is this nature which folds out and comes out. There are people who are very merciful, who are very kind, but at the same time when occasion demands, they do not hesitate to be firm and strict. In Bhagwan himself we see that while he is so merciful to all of us, to any one of us, he is at the same time very strict, see that muscle of not merely simple discipline, but a discipline of the higher order is developed and maintained. It is this point of competition we see in Bhagavad, and therefore we feel that this kind of a competition existing in any one of us, it is after all a human nature. Human nature should express itself in the proper form. And in the force, almighty force, we see this expressed and exalted in the effective way. I have always been feeling that Lord is very merciful. He is prepared to concede all mercy to us at every time that we ask. On this auspicious occasion, I am reminded of a very small incident, and I must be pardoned if I say something personal, because of the audience of this tribe, which Bhagavan Baba himself being present with us, it may not be really relevant. Whatever the English that I am learning in my school, he wanted to take me to an island who was there, they had an English teacher, and to get him to examine me, see if I still remember, see if I am not getting lost in the well and in that jungle. It took me. Just at that time I remember, I had read in one of the newspapers, one bhajan, and that was Samba Sadasana. Oh, Swami and when I used to, at that age, my young age of 10 to 11 years, an impressionable age, where your memory sustains you throughout your life. And sometimes they say, and we come across incidents where it sustains even through different lives, not only life, but also in the journey. I had this. And I don't know at that age developed that faith. And while I was being taken by my grandfather, it is a small thing, but for a boy at that age, remember it is a matter of life and death for him. If his grandfather feels that this boy is going astray, is going wrong, he will feel terribly worried. And no grandsons of Swami was allowed. It is said about Poornachandra, it is said about Bhagavad, that feeling, I when I read it, I was reminded of it. And today, Bhagavan is doing the same thing to not only all of us, but particularly thousands of students, thousands of boys and girls, mainly here, not only here, but also in Bangalore and all other states. It is spreading like the tremendous force in Jaipur, in Bhopal, in Missouri, and various other places. I only wish that this army, at this impressionable age, under the direct influence of Baba and in his lotus feet, with the devoted teachers around him, create this spirit. And then I would say, with all humility, that the spirit that I feel today by uttering these very words are all Samba and Sada Shiva, may have any other meaning but they are simple words, may have all the meaning but they are simple words. And it is but natural that if boys and girls of this age are doing, then this great country of ours, this great humanity of this whole world, will once again be transformed itself into something ideal, something wonderful, something where the world is what the life becomes what living. In our country, we have numerous problems, innumerable, and we can talk of many things. He has also been able to do how many people have been given according to our mythology, all that they wanted. Even Brahmana got forgiven for everything that we had. Even Bhasmasura got everything what he had. Lord Shiva said to me, knowing, being very generous beyond our limits, and always used to create problems for himself and the world. And there was another force, another aspect I would call, not different from Lord Shiva, but the Lord Vishnu that came to solve the problems. In our own simple experience of day-to-day life, we see, I can recall many crores of people who are outside, craving for his grace and mercy, craving for his darshan, that today, please bless us, please lead us, please take us, not for the worldly things. Worldly things can be so, it doesn't matter, but for something bigger. Of all, a human being has to give an answer, give an audit report towards the end of his life. But I would feel probably at every minute of his life he has to give an account. Because if you keep it up towards the end of our life, perhaps we will not get enough time to settle our accounts. And therefore, at every step, at every minute, we have to see that we get a proper audit report towards ourselves. And that is what human being is charged with responsibility. You are in our suffering and sacrifice, in our achievements and success, in our failures, all alike. If we can only think of whatever that happened is because of Krishna, you leave it. Whether it is a misery, you give it to God. Whether it is a great success in your life, you think it is your vanity. It is not your success. It is not any individual success. But again, it is given by God. No, not even a blade of grass moves without the will of God, you see. I tell you, with this Maha Shivaratri can give us this message. And in every minute, if you remember this, nothing can really worry us, nothing can really deter us from going ahead with our philosophy, with our convictions and with our faith. Something might happen today, I would say any even physical thing happens, or other things happen. And if you are really feeling that this is done because of God, because according to God's plan it is done. So this Maha Shivaratri has this message for us. Lord Shiva's life as is depicted in various mythological books and stories, he has always done it. How often his wife, his consort, Mataji has fought with Lord Shiva. How often she came out of this, it happens in our families. From there we learn, yes, she has a right to take that kind of an attitude. She was born, she is born again. She was again killed by her own. She also jumps into the fire. And what not things happen. Each small detail in that life gives us how we can live in our life within the society. It is not always, I always feel that is, everything should be smooth and soft, then that boy or that person or that nation will not come up. We should have difficulties. When the more we are confronted with difficulties and we overcome them, and with determination we overcome them, and in the right direction and right path we overcome them, then we become really strong. Otherwise, the pampered children, no father would like a child to pamper beyond a limit, because of that, it is not the father that always stays with us. The father will die, but still the son has to survive and depend on him. He must be given that kind of loss. And I always think that if we get any bad things, difficulties, I think God plans for us. Because He wants us to make strong. He wants us to be able to stand on our own legs and take decisions. Understand the whole thing. So whenever we have some difficulties, well, at the time of some people say, at the time of happiness and rejoicing we think of God. At the time of sometimes difficulties we think of God. But I tell you, on every occasion we can think of God. And we feel that inspiration. We feel doing a real service as a human being. It is a material, you are a Hindu or a Muslim or a Christian. After all, I believe there is only one God and there is only one human being. Human being is only, and we take different forms and we put on different clothes. So therefore in this country, particularly of this great country of India, we have great traditions before us. Whole world is looking to us. How many of the foreigner friends come here to Swami to Baba, and how they feel inspired is a matter of pride for us. It is a matter of pleasure for us, but also it is a matter of great responsibility. If this soil can attract so many people, we should live here deserving. We should live with high standards. And the whole world, particularly countries which are suffering from affluence in abundance, who are very rich and well developed, they do not find peace. And most of them look to this country. Not from a parochial point of view, not from any narrow point of view that I am talking of this country, but this country's traditions that are so important that I am talking of. And those traditions, Baba, you have been personified in all this. You are living the journey. Therefore we are proud and we feel happy that also we have been lucky that in this generation of ours, while this generation is alive, we have a living God with us to guide the destinies, not only of this country, but all over the world. And therefore we say that on this auspicious occasion, we are very happy and fortunate that on this Maha Shivaratri day, we are with you at your feet and we seek your blessings again and again and once for all and forever and a day more.
Dr. Chenna Reddy, other brothers and sisters of science. This is the day whose day and night are devoted to the ultimate quest and concentrating on the ultimate fulfillment. What is this quest and this fulfillment? There is a brief verse in the Upanishads which defines it, and I'll just repeat that to you, explain it briefly and pass on, say a few words about Shivaratri. Vidyate Hridaya Granthi, the knot of human attachment, the passionate apprehensions of man, all those which are turned into a complex, unbreakable knot. That knot will be loosened when man sees the absolute, the ultimate. Vidyate gets loosened, Hridaya Granthi, Chinyante Sarva Samshaya, and whatever doubts linger in the mind regarding the divine, all those doubts will stand dispersed, they will disappear. Chinyante, they are torn to pieces. Chinyante sarva samshaya. That is how the heart gains its freedom, the intellect comes into its own, its real divine own, and Kriyante sarva karmani. And all doings are at a standstill there. There is nothing to do because the will of the individual itself becomes a channel for the divine will. Kriyante sarva karmani tasmin drishti paravari. When you see transcendental, who is not only the farthest away from you, but also the nearest to you. It is in those glowing terms that this ultimate apprehension of man is described. This was the supreme concern of Indian society for times immemorial. From the beginning of awareness in this country, right down to the present day, the person that we respect the most is the prophet or the avatar. It is not the politician, it is not the statesman, it is not even the scientist or a man of partial success in this field or that. The person that we love and respect the most is the one who is the link between God and ourselves, who is himself the representative of God in our midst. That has been the tradition for thousands of years. And we have put at the very top of all human objectives and aspirations the great aspiration to know the divine and to be one with it. That is the apex of our cultured life. Now with that kind of supreme aim, our life was, disciplined and controlled. The system of ashramas was evolved, where man growing as a stripling, as a little boy, he knows all the ideals. He gets a mental apprehension, an intellectual grasp of all the ideals that are to be known. As a householder, he practices them, puts them to the test in the furnace of life, and tries to achieve what he can. Then, as one who is a forest dweller in his vanaprastha ashram, he settles down to thinking, to meditation, to this ultimate quest, what it is, having retired from active life. And then, in his last stage of all, as Parirajaka, when he has found himself and found God, his life is that of a wandering knight, riding abroad, redressing human wrongs. That is his ultimate service to the human, to the divine, to the human. That was one way of doing it. The other way was that a number of vows and disciplines throughout the calendar year were evolved every month practically, even every fortnight. Shivaratri, for example, occurs every month, Maha Shivaratri only once in a year. But it is preceded and succeeded by these other months which have their own Shivaratri. And this is one of the vratas, one of the vows, one of the disciplines which lead man to God. Each discipline has its own aim, its own scope and all that. Let us confine ourselves to this one with which we live today, the vow or the vrata of Maha Shivaratri. What does it stand for? See, each vrata, the observance of every discipline or every vow, is there in order to help man to control his body, to control his mind, to control his intellect, which is a good servant but a bad master, to control his own emotions. In other words, to control all those faculties with which man has been endowed, so that they become the servants in their turn of the soul when it appears on the stage. When the soul which has been dwarfed away, which has been pushed away by the ego and has taken the throne, the ego has actually enthroned itself as the soul, and man acts as if the ego was the soul. There comes a time of full awareness when the ego is pushed down to the place where it belongs, becomes just an instrument of the divine, and it is the divine that is seated on the throne of the human personality. And then all these faculties become channels of the divine. The human will becomes only a channel for the poisons, for the power of the divine will. The human intellect becomes, as I said, the servant of man, because as the master it took misleading. The mind just becomes a passage for intuited, for divine thoughts to flash forth, and the heart gets purified, it becomes sort of purity personified. That way, all the faculties of man get transformed. Now, the vratas make it possible for man to achieve this. They are the bridge between the manhood of man and the godhood of God. They lead man to God. They are the bridge across which he passes on to this ultimate splendor. And what does Maha Shivaratri do for us? Upavas has its two meanings. One is that you teach the body how to behave, how to be unattached from all its attachments to particular kinds of food, how it can even live and be itself and be even purer without food, at least for a day. At the same time, the word also means, in the multisemantic way of Sanskrit language, that you sit near God, you go nearer God than you otherwise were. Because of our purity, because of this discipline, you experience this purity within yourself. So in order to develop this control over one's body, this control over one's mind, and the purification of the heart having only noble emotions crossing it and no impure, no ignoble emotions. This is the discipline that we practice during the Shivaratri, the Maha Shivaratri night. And we come nearer to God when we chant bhajans right from sunset to sunrise. This is the idea. Swami has once told us in a very beautiful approach to this question of Maha Shivaratri. The moon is divided into 16 digits, and these 16 digits of the moon are there, and every fortnight it passes from one to the other. After Maha Shivaratri, he gets one each day till we arrive at the full moon night. Now, on the day preceding Maha Shivaratri, see, the moon is mind born. He is the king of mind. And being mind born and the king of mind, what we see and should experience on Maha Shivaratri day or night is the fact that of our own mind, because the moon who is mind born signifies the state of our mind. Our own mind, if it has passed its 15 digits, if it has got rid of its numerous attachments, if it has got rid of its acute imperfections, then this 16th one, during the tapas of this night, during our own discipline and meditation and being one with the divine through recitation and incantation on this night, even that 16th digit disappears. We get completely rid of the mind. Rid of the mind in the sense, rid of its tyranny over us. It has established its full tyranny over us. And if we are pure-minded, gradually, digit by digit, we lose this dominance of darkness over light. And on this 16th night, the mind completely disappears. There is the absolute silence which leads us to full illumination. And that is what has to be cited and approached on Maha Shivaratri night. Not that we have got rid of all our 15 digits of ignorance. And it's not as though it is only the 16th that we are getting rid of on this night. But the idea is that during our own pilgrimage in life, day by day, night by night, we try and get rid of these digits of ignorance one after another, till the time comes, till our own Maha Shivaratri comes, till there comes the day of realization, when on the eve of this realization, we begin to lose this 16th digit and then merge this mind into the absolute and eternal silence. Let us remember that on this Maha Shivaratri day and try and get prepared for the full and perfect illumination. Jai Sai Ram.